I used to have it up to the phone with the coffee. Me too. I had to buy four for
You were the best.
Yeah. I was just about it too. I was like, still thinking about it. But like the last two, I thought were definitely.
yes.
But like up until then.
We put out
Yeah.
quarter cup.
Yeah.
Like to like the last so the cup Crawford. Yeah, boom.
So that was a
So wait,
plan.
I had two challenge.
Yo, what's up, guys? We're here at the post-fight press conference, just waiting for people to get here. Let me know what you guys thought.
You had to buy us a
It's
ticket.
crazy, crazy stuff. It's a good fight. It's a good fight.
I figure unless there's like a knockdown or a turning around, I just think the rounds should won because it's 10-9.
So it would have been 5.
I've never seen it.
I always try to say you have a 10-point system, but really you want to use like one, maximum 2 points. Might as well just make it a 2-point system.
Alright, guys, so we're just here waiting for the press conference to start.
Hey, there he is. You want to get him before we get going? Oh, what's up, guy? I'm fine. Shit. I was like, they're out.
The Monday or Tuesday?
No, Jeff, in my defense, I confused Robert Garcia with Jorge Capitino.
So it's
You did too.
not right, not right.
No, that's easy if you like. I just saw the big hair. That's I thought maybe let it.
Okay.
So like because
So it's a general thing. That's funny.
but because I love it. And then so
Alright. Good job.
So do you get anything published then if you go?
here's Sam. I have to be careful when I the numbers don't.
For videos, what is the meaning when you publish it on the YouTube or the app?
We have both. We have like a platform. But if you
Who won the Misha tape?
I mean,
Not Misha.
but it didn't.
The other girl. Yeah, the other girl.
She would. You know how it went? Was it decision? Was it?
I don't know for sure because when I switched on
I didn't.
UFC, it was like ESPN wasn't going to compete against itself, so everything was over by like 6, and then they were telling people buy the pay-per-view. That girl's kind of big though for
Yeah, she
Misha.
was.
Like
She was.
they needed to kind of keep giving Misha like
Yeah.
the girl from Visalia, where they like kind of
I mean, like, with this Vegas, like, how is that possible? It's crazy.
She had one there trying to.
I understand, like,
Ronda Rousey
New York
comeback.
or other places.
You seen that three times? Twice. She got armbar twice.
No, I think she came back to fight. They didn't do a whole.
Oh, wow, okay.
And so like,
Jeff, so if you're gonna be in front of a camera,
Saturday, is there anything here? There's nothing else on Saturday. Like, I'm not sports on Saturday. At least Saturday night, my football. That's true. The only people here that care are people that bet.
right.
The betters, like I had a good friend that was betting on football, college football. I don't follow it, but I was putting bets with him. I think a lot of those because the spread could be like 20 points, and at the end, it would flip. Like, why? I was like, why do they care about getting a field goal when you're down by 20, but it changes the
I
score?
wanted to hang out with Jeff
Like,
more
so
than
many
anything.
games, I never noticed it until I bet.
Oh, you could at least say you guys.
Well, I love you, Jody. I love you, Jody, but
See how it is.
40 points,
Jeff was my coach.
and you're down by 37, and
My coach. Yeah.
couple thousand there, like, no, something's weird. I noticed that with a lot of games. It's kind of exciting. But, like, if you watch the regulation, college football, you're not into the team. But if you got money in it, it's amazing. Yeah. Yes.
You should have seen her. She's like, I feel like a degenerate. I shouldn't do this.
It's addicting though. Good. Yeah, for sure. It's awesome.
You're right.
I was just gonna say, I feel like I'm shocked at the way it is because the fight was pretty even, and then all of a sudden, boom, before it gets clipped, and twice in front of us. Yeah. You're the only one that caught it. I didn't catch it. Right?
Did he give us He did. I just wonder what's the status of himself.
So what happens now? He gets Terence Crawford, and what happens in that fight?
The thing about respect, it seems like he's on the up now. Nobody knows, he's recovering, he's ready to fight. He doesn't need a tune-up with the first guy. I agree. I think once you're at that level, you're sitting, you never know what boxing.
Jose, who'd you have winning?
5'4" Crawford.
I was in there with all these guys in the crew in there, but yeah, I really thought.
Mix them up? No.
I kept slipping. When he won until like the end, I thought Crawford won. He pulled out.
It's settling down.
Now it's moving around. What are your thoughts? The one that Crawford needed, though. It's the one that he needed, though, Crawford. One thing if you had one split decision, which you really get, but stop it.
No,
And there was a back too, so.
No, and then there's someone closer.
Right, no.
Closer.
Man, last thing I know you're working with Francis and Ghana.
What's that?
Did he several games, that little clip? I know you saw that little clip. Kind of looked like you missed him walk past him. I was kind of like, I didn't even see him. I don't know. What you think?
Oh, that. Well, there's Derek, so it must be Bob. Must be there. Yes. Derek's there. It's gotta be Bob.
My time. Right. You tell the fans how you can follow them. Thank you so much. Sorry for your time. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the best of luck, man. Yeah, you're doing a great job.
We're just marking the seats for specific people.
Just
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I can do the video.
I was gonna ask you that. You gonna remix that?
What's that?
Are you gonna remix that?
So yeah, so I'm thinking about doing something.
Yeah, you should. Just let the video speak for itself.
Yeah, some kind of like some kind of title like that.
I know.
I don't predict, I know.
I know.
I didn't say this one time, you know.
So, Mikey,
know?
how did you know? Is that precision?
I hate these Scrum videos though, because it's just. Questions, man. You guys got any questions for Jeff Mayweather? Fire away. He did a super chat too, man. Really appreciate it. Alright, let's go. There we go. Jeff, was it a premature stoppage?
That's the sun. That's what he felt. It's not premature stoppage. It's so when he cared about you. He knows you better than anyone else does.
What if that was Deontay Wilder? No, David, beyond. Good to see you. Sure. Horrible stuff. Well, say what? With Rogers. Say I was annoyed. Boy, don't get put in positions for these cops. Did you learn anything about Crawford this way, Jeff? You don't know any stuff. I don't know. Have a score at the time of going into the 10th.
By that time, it's crazy.
No, I mean going into the round. Actually, we should do a regular walk. Shit, sorry guys. We should do a regular interview. You're gonna be yelling at me again if I shake the camera. Right, Jeff?
Check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Hey, hey. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Hey. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. I know they like to talk low. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 2, 1, 2. Hey, hey, check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Check, check.
You ready? All right, Jeff. Just got out of the fight. Terence Crawford, 10 round victory. Shawn.
Check 1, 2. Hey, hey, yeah, 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Hey, hey, 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Check 2, 1, 2. Hey, hey.
Certainly close fight going up 10. Some people had Crawford, some people had Shawn going in ahead. Dropped him twice.
1, 2.
What do
Check.
you think? Obviously,
1, 2. Hey, hey. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Hey, hey.
I gave it back to you.
2, 1.
It's in the package.
1,
Your little bag.
2.
Little SD
1,
pack.
2. Check. 1, 2. Hey, yeah.
All right, so obviously,
Hey, hey.
fight going into the 10th. Shawn dropped twice.
Hey, hey.
It's easy to talk right now.
Check 1, 2. Check 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Hey, yeah. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check.
What do you think you need to separate? I think you should be able to, though. But then should you not be the corner? You can't separate.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Check. Mic check 1, 2. Hey, yeah. 2, 2, 1, 88. 1, 2.
People on there. This guy got some more questions. We can poke. Good over there. Thanks, man. Thanks. Oh, Chris. That's all right. It's Chris. So? You know Chris. Prodigy. Getting knows his son so I could see why he stopped it, but I also think Shawn could have continued. He was definitely in the fight. Do you think Chris would take?
I think
Thank you. He's a beast, man. Y'all check him out. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.
I think my body is
Good stuff, bitch. Boy, he didn't get a lot of shit. Didn't seem like Shawn was too pissed. I didn't see how his I was saying, but Shawn was mad. He was mad. I didn't see it.
that's what I'm saying. Everybody knows how close they are. So, yeah, we are arguing, whatever.
I can't wait to see what Buck's saying. Like, Dale puts out about this tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to checking out.
What you need to do, man.
You know,
You have the right idea. It's called.
that's where Jeff gets all his Spanish facts.
Everybody should be trying to do.
He said so.
No.
Yeah, Jeff do some Spanish interviews for you, Jose.
See, you know.
They'll come back bad, I tell you that.
Hold on.
I didn't know about five Spanish words.
Me
And they
llamo
all
Jeff.
bad.
Taco or burrito? Oh, God, no, thank you. Ring IQ TV. Kenny wanted Shawn to go out in the ring, but not give it up. He knew what it was about before Brian did. I should have stayed at home. See Jones. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, Jeff. We can loan them to you, Jose.
I would say, see,
Hola, señorita.
Hola, amigo.
Jeff Mayweather clean out the welterweight division. There you go, that's true. Hey, Ronnie Thompson, appreciate that. Thank you very much.
just think.
Hagler.
Of course not.
I don't know. I don't care.
Son, man.
Jew Blue, thank you very much. Fordham was dropped twice, then starting punching the cabinets. His head wasn't in it, and the dad saved him. See, that's what I was wondering though, because when he's punching the cabinets, it could have been too ugly to do it punching him like that. So, but Jeff, great guy, Jeff. Quit kissing Jeff's ass.
Kiss your ass.
Yeah, I mean, they're always mean to me. Always mean to me. Randy Gray, appreciate it. Crawford is tough. Jeff Mayweather for president.
Yeah, like, Yeah, I just.
Can I be your vice president, Tim?
Hell no.
Yeah, Tim be your vice president. Name.
What an yeah, always be hiding on me.
Oh. Hey, actually, guys, tell me how this connection is, because I use the Wi-Fi from the MGM part of the event, instead of better than the other day. Your earbuds.
Hello?
Someone say Jeff said your dad used
So what do you guys think?
connection's good. All right, so maybe I got used to the Wi-Fi and the
You guys agree with the stoppage? Alright, I think I just heard 5 more minutes, so we're almost there. You guys agree with the stoppage?
With someone here?
No, brother, that's fine.
Bud over there. He's gonna figure out where he's gonna sign with though.
Just waiting, I heard about 5 more minutes.
See, if you guys want to watch our prediction video the other day, the guy from the top guaranteed it's
Do you guys agree with the stoppage? I didn't see it on TV, but I heard, who said it? Oh, I heard Kenny on the thing, on the telecast say something about, what did he say? That he didn't train correctly or something? It's kind of crazy that he said that.
he's now, that was the last time
It looks like people are moving over, so I think we're getting cracking here.
They be stinging you like bees, man. Crush you, they squash you like a grape.
I only have so much, so I don't know. Yeah, they got two. Yeah, they're okay, but then I only have 2 mics on the bench. That's why I would only use one.
I was gonna move it for a while. I was gonna sit there that way. That's not mine.
I think he was winning.
they sent the scores?
I haven't gotten it yet if they have.
Thank you, everybody. If you want to ask a question, please raise your hand, and the folks over here will come give you the mic when ready.
Well, the night was the night I expected. Obviously, it didn't go the way I expected it to go. Nevertheless, we trained, we prepared, we do everything we can do to give y'all everything that we just gave y'all. And I hope that you guys got everything that you expected to get from this fight between Showtime, Shawn Porter, and Terence Crawford. It's hard because I am so competitive that I'm very proud of him and for him and the job that he did tonight. It's really hard for me to go away. I want to fight again. I want to fight right now. It was the same thing when I fought Errol Spence. When my name wasn't called as a winner, I wanted it the same night. And I know it's going to take some time for this feeling to go away. And as this feeling goes away, I'll probably be more proud of myself and everything that I did through the course of the night. But here we are. Not where I expected to be tonight. So with that said, I'll allow you guys to ask me whatever you want to ask. And,
Kevin. Shawn, how badly were you hurt at the finish there, and did you disagree with the stoppage or agree with it?
You know what? I understand my dad's position, and he saw. I took too many shots right there, clean, and it's not the Porter way. That's not what we do. It was bad defense. Hands were down, and I think part of me is just wanted to get back and was careless, and then the other part of me was a little out of it and not able to defend myself quick enough. So, again, I understand what my dad's position was there. I didn't expect it though, but when I saw it, I was okay.
Shawn, one last thing, and maybe Kenny, you can chime in. How do you think Crawford would do with Spence if that were his next fight? How do you think that they would match up? You were in there with him.
Terence is, everything, you kind of use that word different, and different describes the way somebody is, and you're not really being able to describe exactly what they are, so you say that they're different. And that's exactly what Terence Crawford is to boxing. He's different. It's like you can't really pick up everything that it is that he does. You just know that he does everything more than exceptionally well. I felt like in the fight with Errol Spence Jr. going 12 rounds, I felt like it was not as tough as fighting Terence Crawford. So hopefully that answers that.
Kenny, you want to answer that?
Shawn, take us through a little bit of the 10th round as you came out. How did you feel you were doing on the scorecards? And just take us through that a little bit.
What's up, TC? I wasn't quite sure actually, and I think this is one of the first fights that my dad he didn't have the, you're up, you're down. We didn't have any of those conversations. We literally going round by round. My dad did an excellent job in the corner. Gave me some really good instruction and some really good adjustments to make as well. I think my execution was there, but my consistency wasn't there. But through the 10 rounds that we had gone, I really wasn't sure where the score was. There were some rounds that I felt like were definitely mine, and then there were some other rounds where, I get hit a little bit more than usual against Terence Crawford. So, I automatically feel like, that's not my round. So I really wasn't sure where the score was. And my dad didn't really give me a scorer. I think he was more so focused on let's take this round by round and let's stay focused and let's beat this man. And you know, we didn't get it tonight.
Did you feel it was a little bit of a flashback for you to the Spence fight? I believe same thing, right? 10th round.
You know what, I didn't until, you know, being in the background and someone saying, you know, hey, you know, when did that happen? And I was like, 10th round, exact same thing. You know what I mean? So no flashbacks. You know, I did the best I could to stay in the moment and do the best I could in the moment. But you know, collectively, I spoke with Barry just very shortly in the back room, and we agreed that I didn't get him uncomfortable the way I intended to, and I let him find his comfort zone and work in it. And you know, it's just what you cannot do against Terence Crawford, and I allowed that tonight. Too much. I allowed that too much tonight.
I got two questions, Bob. First of all, you've been with Terence Crawford a very long time. What would you rank this in terms of the difficulty of fight that Terence had tonight, Bob?
You know, looking back on his whole career, I would say this is the most difficult.
Kenny, I have one more question for you. I saw the highlights, we didn't get to really see the exchange. What were the first words you told your son after you entered the ring? Because you were pretty adamant as the second knockdown happened. I saw you immediately jump up to the ring post that you wanted the fight stopped. So as you got to Shawn, what words were exchanged between you two?
That's it. That's it. That's it. We're done. That's it.
Did he argue with you at all?
No, there was no argument. He was more within himself, mad at himself, not mad at what I was saying to him. Like, he was kind of stuck in this, there, as he went down and he, slammed his hands on the canvas, he's pissed at himself, not at me, no, so.
Shawn, over here. In the beginning, he started off fighting conventional, and then he switched to his regular southpaw situation. How did you assess that as you were going into the fight? Were you able to deal with that properly in the beginning?
Yeah, well, you know what, we trained basically southpaw for him. We knew that a majority of the fight by him would be fought southpaw, and we know that that's where his comfort zone is as a southpaw. So there were a few times where he switched during the fight and there was no pain. I think we handled that according to the way we always do. And the switch really wasn't a problem. I think it was just more so me. I was a little hesitant tonight, and I don't think I kept my foot on the gas pedal enough.
Shawn, when that first knockdown came in the 10th, did you feel like you were wilting to Crawford's pressure? Because it seemed like at that point the fight was dead even.
No, I didn't. I thought that, even the movement and the moving backwards, moving to the side and things of that nature, I felt like I was doing what I needed to do and what I wanted to do. I didn't feel like it was him pushing me forward or anything like that. So I thought that the fight was going accordingly.
You've literally fought everyone, and look, I mean, the heartbreaking scene of you pounding that canvas at the end of the fight, there was a lot of anguish there. You've done everything. Do you think you'll be back, or could this be it for you, or what are the reasons to continue your career having fought everyone like you have?
Yeah, you know what, it's a great question, and I kind of expected that question because of fighting everyone. I'm prepared to retire. I was prepared to announce my retirement tonight. Win, lose, or draw, even if it was a draw, we had a date. They were telling us we were gonna have to do it again. I was not gonna do it again. I'm announcing my retirement right now.
Great career. Hall of Famer.
One of the guys I admire in this sport is Andre Ward, and I heard he had me up on the scorecard, so shout out to Andre Ward. One thing, I kind of hang on to every word that Dre says. I really admire him and everything that he's been to this sport. And we were in the back room about to do Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3. Someone comes up to him, all of the talk about Ward, CANELO. And they said, come on, champ, you know you got one left in you. And he says, why can't I just have one more left in me? And the guy was confused. Meanwhile, I'm like, you said it all right there. Why do I have to continue? Why can't I just have one more in me and save it? Why can't I just have one more in me? I think a lot of times the way that this sport has gone, you guys expect us to fight for 15, 20 years. You expect us to, you said, we hope he leaves this game with his health, but you never really know. I've been fortunate enough to be in some really big fights and some really good guys, and I always have my health at the end of the night. And you know, with that being said, I knew that Errol Smith Jr. was going to be my last fight. I knew that in 2017, I think it was, when he won his championship fight. And I said that he would be the last one I fought. And after we fought, I felt like there was something else, and something else was Terence Crawford. I said, win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. I've given this sport a great deal, from the training to the competition, and then more training. And you know, with that being said, after you fought everybody at the top, what more do you do? I'm not going to be a gatekeeper. You will look at the 4 losses and would assume that, well, you know, he could be a gatekeeper. Now, that's not the life that I want to live. I've never wanted to live the life of a fighter who fought into his 40s. Quiet as kept, we wanted to fight when we wanted to end this when we was 30. We talked about that, and 34, and now's the time.
Kenny, that being said, was that at that point in your mind as you made the stoppage, that knowing that this was probably going to be his last fight, you didn't want to?
He didn't know, unless he had feelings of some sentiments of his own. But this is a conversation we haven't had.
When were you planning on telling this?
Yeah.
Kenny, also, had there been, I think there's about a minute and a half left in the 10th round, had there been less time in the round, would you still have stopped it after the second knockdown?
I plan on stopping it. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I plan on stopping it going into the fight. Already knew this.
But if there had been less time left in the round, like say.
Didn't matter. If I saw what I saw, that was my plan.
Okay. Well, first of all, everybody loves Shawn.
Thank you.
You know how hard you work. And the other thing is this. I commend your father for stopping the fight. Most people are criticizing your dad. But I think you and your dad, I know your relationship, I mean, are so close. No one knows what goes on with you guys. And I think that when your dad said it's over, I think that you basically said, yes, Dad, let's go.
Thanks, Jeff. That's my back.
Ken98boxingscene.com. Kenny, you had mentioned in the ring that you were not pleased with Shawn's preparation for the fight. Can you tell us what you didn't like about it?
No knock against Shawn in terms of who he is, but as he mentioned earlier, when he thought that Errol Spence would be the last fight, maybe before he fought him, he thought that. I'm his father, I knew that. So I knew everything that was gonna happen with him before it happened. So this was something that was coming, you know. Not to be negative towards him, but because I'm his father, I could see these things. Jeff, you can attest to this. I can see it in the training. I can see it in the movements. I can see it in looking at the clock to see how long I gotta be here today. I can see it. The most important thing, more important than anything else, and I smiled, not just because it was you, Jeff, but I appreciate what you said, and I smiled. But I smiled because someone said I was criticized. Please, criticize me. Go right ahead. I love it. Because at the end of the day, which this is where we at right now, we are at the end. We're at the end. Tomorrow morning, I will be able to look out of my window at his house, right across the street from me. I will be able to play with my little G-man, those my grandsons. I will be able to walk my dog over to his house. I will be able to hug daughter-in-law, and I'll be able to love on my son. So we won before we got here. We were already winning. It's just what's expected in the ring, but in the biggest part of this picture, when this thing is over with, I'm still his father. He's still my son, right? And we get to do that part. That's a long life of that. It's a whole bunch of that to go on, you know? So, you know, I just saw things that told me that it was time.
Kenny, I know that you're hard on your son in the gym. I've seen that firsthand. Is it a relief now that you could just be his father instead of his trainer? Did that weigh on you at all the last couple of years, or even in this situation?
Absolutely, absolutely. But when you say I'm hard on him, you got to understand the reasoning for that is exactly what we dealt with tonight. You know, I'm hard to the point of, listen, man, I need you to protect yourself. I need you to go home to your wife. I need you to go home to your kids. I need you to be able to play ball with them. I need you to still play ball with me. I've jumped out of airplanes with my son at 20,000 feet multiple times. I've raced my son in cars at over 100 miles an hour. He beat me. I've, rode camels in the Sahara Desert with my son. I got to continue to do those things. This is just a small part of his life. And people would ask me some time ago, he had over 270 some amateur fights. They say, why you fight him so much? Why? He was winning. Steve, if he got hurt in fight number 3 as an amateur, we wouldn't have continued with this. He was winning, right? He may have been right in this fight, right there with the guy. It was a surprise for me that he went down. And I've never seen him go like that. And then what happened after that, he got hurt again, and I saw him at a deficit. He didn't have everything it took to protect himself. And coming in here, I wasn't seeing that same thing going on, protecting himself. So the most important thing is that I'm able to walk away from here and he's safe. That's it.
All right, let's give a round of applause.
Thank you, Shawn. Thank you, Kenny.
Let's give a round of applause for a great fighter, great career, one of the best commentators in the sport of Shawn.
And Terence said this earlier, and I believe it to be true. There will be a day, there will be a time, on multiple occasions, when Shawn and Terence kids actually play together. I want to see that, Terence.
But I must say,
yes.
My kids is a little rough.
And I must say that Shawn has been toughing his boys up, so we're going to have to get ready for that. They play days. We got to get ready for the play days. And you know, the respect and love I have for you, it never ends. I gave him a genuine smile. He's victorious. He's a great fighter. I respect and appreciate the opportunity to coach against Bo Mack. I can remember way back in the amateurs when Bo Mack rolled out the carpet for me in his gym. You know, I was looking at a picture just yesterday, you and Shawn, when y'all was about 15 years old. Nobody knew back then that this would happen except God. And this was God's plan. Julie Goldstein, go way back with us. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Terence.
Last thing I'm gonna say is thank you guys. God bless you, and enjoy this man right here, man. He's quite a guy. You already know that. Yeah, congratulations, man.
I didn't expect you to say that.
Hey, Terence, congratulations, right down in front here. Do you think this was your best performance?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No? How do you critique yourself?
I did good, but at times, you know, I let Shawn work when I could have been working with him, but I just gave him the confidence to keep doing what he was doing at times. But I feel like, you know, Jeff Horn, Felix Diaz's performances was better than tonight.
Interesting. He said, in trying to describe you, he said there's no other way to describe Terence than different. When you hear somebody refer to you as different, what do you think they refer to that way, talking about you like that?
Well, I think they refer to my versatility and my ability to adjust. And not only adjust, but adjust in a way where, you know, I take away their strengths and, you know, make it their weaknesses.
And my last question for you, you know, obviously you're becoming a free agent. Bob said if you know, he would talk to you about individual fights. He mentioned Spence, he mentioned Josh Taylor. Is there any individual fight out there that appeals to you more than others? And secondly, when do you make the decision? How do you kind of go through it and come up with your decision?
Well, I'm pretty sure my decision is made already. You know, Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, you know, I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best.
Nice.
Hey, Terence, straight back. Congratulations on your victory. My question for you is, I know you were informed that Spence was here. They showed him up on the screen. You know, he didn't stop Shawn Porter the way you did. His other losses against top guys, Delbrook and Thurman, were also a close decision. Can you tell me about your thoughts about not only being the winner of the fight, but doing it in a manner in which those other guys that were at the top of the division did not do it in a very spectacular way?
Well, you got to understand, you know, like it's been a long time coming. You know, everybody was downgrading the level of competition that I was fighting and said I'm not fighting nobody and this and that and that and this. But today, I got the opportunity to fight another top welterweight, as y'all said, you know, and it showed today. You know, it showed that the guys that I was fighting, there wasn't no pushovers, there wasn't no walkovers. Y'all might didn't know them because their name wasn't highly out there like the rest of our names, but they was talented fighters. You know, they was undefeated fighters. They was hungry. They didn't have nothing to lose. They never lost before, so they don't know how to lose. But a lot of people, you know, they criticize them. They see how I win, and you know, they down talk them and they bash them and say, "Oh, well, he's not fighting nobody." Well, today I fought somebody and the same thing happened.
But how did you feel that you were the guy that knocked him out and those guys couldn't?
Well, it's the same, you know what I mean, with anybody else. You know, I was beating undefeated fighters. I was the first person to stop them and, you know, make them look the way they did, and they never looked at the same after, you know, and people will call them washed up and say, "Oh, well, they not this, they not that." But have you seen anybody do Kell Brook the way that I did?
Nope. And lastly, it was close on the scorecards. At one point, I believe, on two of the cards, you were ahead on all three. In your mind, I felt like it was a close fight. I think a lot of guys at ringside did. How did you feel it was in the ring? How close did you think it was?
I didn't think it was close at all, to tell you the truth. I was out there, you know, doing what I wanted to do. Yes. You know, and once I got the look that it was close, I had to turn it up in that round, and that's when I got the stoppage.
Now, Terence, James Welter, Boxing Source. Talk about that adjustment to go southpaw pretty much in the second and third round and catching Shawn Porter with those counters.
Well, Shawn Porter, he was just trying to land that overhead right, not seeing that I can catch him in between that shot. And the southpaw stance would be the best shot to catch him with.
Nice.
Terence, after a while where you were, you know, done with the Spence fight, but from what you said to Bob and just now, it sounds like you might want that fight once more. Do you want that fight still? And if it takes having to go to PBC, will you do that?
Man, like I said before, man, I don't need Spence. You know, I've been the #1 guy in the division since I came here.
Nice.
You know, 3-time, you know, 3-weight world champion, you know what I mean? Like, undisputed world champion. You know, come in the welterweight division, my first fight, and win the title. Like, the things that I've been doing in my whole career is nothing compared to Spence. You know, not to take nothing away from him, you know, he's unified and whatnot. But like I said, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day.
But with King for 95 pounds, you're gonna come to Omaha and showcase your skills.
Oh, I don't know. You know, I'll be there tomorrow, but I don't know.
Now, and then my last question: what side are you? What side are you? Are you the A side or are you the B side?
There you go. Man, I'm the all side.
That's right. That's right.
Terrence. Terrence, Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV. Terrence, I'd like to ask you, you landed a lot of thudding punches on Porter early in the fight. Was there any time in particular where you hit him and you said, look, I got him, it's almost over? What was the turning point for you?
No, I didn't get to hit him like I wanted to in them early rounds. I believe I was grazing him a little bit. You know, I caught him with some good body shots that I know he felt.
Yes.
You know, but as far as to the head, I was grazing him because he was rolling. He had good head movement. And, you know, I was kind of loading up at times.
What went through your mind after the first knockdown?
Oh, I got him.
That's right.
You know,
Smell blood, baby.
Once, you know what I mean, I get him on the ground, you know, I'm coming back for the kill.
Terrence, it seems significant that Spence came to the fight. I know what you said, you know, but like this is the fight that
So
just
you know what I said, why you keep asking?
I'm not asking you, but do you feel, I mean, that he made some kind of gesture to you by coming to the fight?
How many fights did I go to his?
No.
Did he make any gesture to fight me or to call me out or say, let's get in the ring?
So nothing changes from that?
Nothing changed.
What, I mean, you were talking about your future. I mean, have you already scripted in your mind that you'll operate as a free agent moving forward? Or what exactly will you do in regards to promotional ties moving forward?
I don't know, I'm gonna let my little head butt heal up and then, you know, we gonna go to the drawing board and see what's best for Terence Crawford and his career moving forward.
Nice.
Terrence, Mohammed Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. How much more of this are you going to allow yourself to go through in this business of boxing? And what is your future hold beyond this?
You said allow myself to go through what, boxing?
Yeah, in the business of boxing, and at the end of the day, what do you plan to do with your life?
I don't know, you know, what my plans to do is to take care of my 6 kids.
Amen.
You know, that's my ultimate plan. And, you know, build a bright future for them, you know, and give them something to look up to as, you know, their father. You know, so that's my ultimate plan. So everything I do is for them at the end of the day.
Hey, Terrence, right here. Congratulations on the win. Earlier this week, you was pretty much tipping your cap to CANELO, you know, giving him praise, saying that he earned the #1 pound spot. Do you feel like you definitively shut the door? You don't want to see any more CANELO at the top, only you?
CANELO's a great talent. You gotta put him up there at the top. Like I said, you know, my performance today would determine whether you put me #1 or #2, you know, and that's not for me to decide, you know, it's all opinionated. So, you know, y'all make y'all opinion, y'all assumptions, and y'all do what y'all do. Y'all vote on it, and y'all tell me who's #1 and who's #2.
Thank you, guys. Terrence, have one last statement before you go. Floor is yours.
Yeah, let's go, man. Me and Shakur fight for his title. Little brother got his little belt, you know what I mean? Shout out to my little bro, man. He the next one. I'm telling y'all right now, and I've been telling y'all for years, he gonna be the next undisputed champion of the world, pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world right here.
Oh, they just presented it.
What weight? What weight's it going down at?
What's the catch weight?
145.
145.
That's it. That's it. That's all. I mean, I always get love for blood. At the end of the day, bringing it right. That's really my brother.
All right, Marty.
Well, Matt, what'd you think, man? How do you feel after a tremendous victory?
Carl.
How good does it feel, Bomac?
I'm normal and shit. You know, I've been trying to tell him all along he was the best in the world. And nobody wanted to believe me. They want to stick Shawn Porter in there so he could be on the top of the block, and he took care of business like he was supposed to.
Is it satisfying to finally, kind of like you said, you've been telling everyone, and now finally people are seeing it?
Well, they're gonna find something to say. They're gonna find something to say. Trust me.
You should be happy, man. This is a great victory.
It's a way of life, man. We do this all the time, so it's just, you know, it's cool that he got the win. Of course, I'm excited and shit, but you gotta be cool, man.
Right? You gotta keep it cool.
I was crying earlier in the dressing room and shit. But like, what's wrong with you?
I'm excited.
Hey, this is what he said. You crying? Yeah. I swear to God.
No wonder. So you gotta harden it up. You gotta harden it up for the press conference. Man. So where do you see Terrence's future, man?
He's won the world, dude. Better get it.
Where do you see Terrence's future?
The sky's the limit. The sky's the fucking limit.
Man, congratulations, Bomac. Super happy for you guys. Thank you. What's up, sexy? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Good. Good stuff or what?
Nah.
Yeah, how you doing? Nope. I thought my stuff was all right.
Someone else, I'm looking to give it back to you. You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, brother. See you, man. Good stuff.
How'd you feel when you saw him put Porter down for the first time after coming in the back?
Hey, Chris, come here.
At some point, at fight with Bud, step up to another level. If you ain't got it in you, to step it up with him. I'm gonna take it out. I know it's like that.
He just kind of has this mentality where he just rises his level. He goes up and up and up, and we've actually started to see that out of you a little bit. Is that one of the things that you've been learning from him inside and out of the gym?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You gotta realize, like I said, if I can get in there and stand in there with Bud toe to toe, or outthink Bud or whatever, I can handle business with anybody at 130. Nobody at 130, 135, 140. Just because I can work with somebody like Bud Crawford. And you get to finally see what he can really do, where actually good fighter is now. Like I said, you gotta realize Bud is a bad motherfucker.
We're talking about business at 130. You just mentioned it. A couple of days ago, I interviewed Oscar Valdez outside the MGM Grand, and frankly, I let him know what you've been saying about, hey, you can't run anymore. It's time to fight. And he laughed at you and said, go ahead and sign it up, line it up. Let's make the fight. What's your response to Oscar Valdez officially?
But then y'all go watch the interview because I like to sit home. I watch YouTube. I see all the interviews. I don't be in there like at the fights and all that all the time. So I'll be with my family, but I still be watching. You hear him say that to you, but then you hear Bob go in the interview and say, well, his team didn't say that. His team said we want to fight Navarrete. They don't want to fight Shakur. And what's the realistic? Who you gonna believe? Valdez saying that in the interview to you, or him and his team going to Bob Aaron and saying we want to fight Navarrete?
Now, how's that?
Why would he want to fight Navarrete when I've been in a fight that he's been talking about since his last fight?
What do you call it?
Matter of fact, he called me out. He called me out when he fought with Choke. He got out the ring. He said, "Oh, I want to fight Shakur Stevenson," and now he's talking about fighting Navarrete. They're looking forward to Navarrete. They're not.
What do you think of Bob kind of pivoting to the Loma fight? Are you cool with that, or you're not?
Cool with whatever. I heard him say Lomachenko. I heard him say Teofimo. I mean, at the end of the day, send me the contract. We're gonna sit there. We're gonna read the contract, and I don't deny no fee.
Now, even if it's at 35, just...
Hey, listen here. We'll see. I'll sit down and talk to my team about it. But me personally, I don't care. I'm down with it.
Now, maybe that's what's happening with Valdez.
As long as it make money, it makes sense.
Maybe that's what's happening to Valdez with his. Maybe he does want the fight, but it's the team. You don't think?
No. It's two different things. You know, as a fighter, like, I done say his name several times. I done went to Bob and everybody. I done told them I want to fight Valdez. As a fighter, you know when somebody actually wants to fight. Like, that's two different things. And plus, it makes big money. Me and Valdez makes a big money fight. We're a big fight. Bunch of Mexicans versus young black fighter. That's a superstar fight. That's a fight that could turn me to a superstar, could turn him to a superstar. Why not do it?
Yeah, you've been chasing him since you've been at 126, now at 130. I mean, it seems like
at the same time, I don't know who.
All right, brother Shakur. Now you.
And what did he say?
And he told me that.
That's not what his team said. His team want Navarrete.
Right. So, but Bob said that the fight that he wants is for you to have fight
Lomachenko. But I heard him also say in a different interview that he want to see me fight Teofimo. So I mean, at the end of the day, whoever he brings to the table, I'm down for whatever.
Shakur, at this point, are you kind of? I mean, shoot, all these names are getting linked with yours. I feel like, are you kind of like, man, it's finally happening. All these guys are finally talking about me. My name's getting put in these mentioned with these guys.
Nah, cause I've been to what I was. Like, you gotta realize when I came out the Olympics, I was ahead of T.O. Like, T.O. just jumped up and got a fight with Lomachenko, and they kind of like start trying to put him ahead of me. But at the end of the day, I feel like it ain't no surprise to me. Like, I know where I'm supposed to be. I know where I'm going to end up at, and I'm gonna be here for a long, long time.
Do you feel like Gervonta's gonna make easy work of Isak Cruz?
I never watched Isak Cruz fight. I saw like a little glimpse of it. So, I heard that he's a Mexican fighter come forward, and if Tank ain't got to look for you, it sounds like he's nice.
Now you're talking about chasing Valdez at 126 pounds.
I've been saying me and Tank gonna be the fight. Like, I feel like how they talking
that.
about Bud and Spence, how they talking about Bud and Spence. I think me and Tank gonna be that kind of fight. I respect Tank. I ain't got nothing bad to say.
That's
about
what Jamel
Tank.
said.
I see him and I look at an elite fight and I know he see me and see the same thing. So
Speaking of which,
it's gonna be a hell of a fight one day.
Devin feels like it's going to be you and Devin.
It might be me and Devin too. Devin could fight, yo. People be sleeping on Devin. Devin could fight too, man. Like I said, there's a lot of good fights later on down the line. I feel like we bringing the sport of boxing back. Like, I feel like it's a new era with Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and all those fighters was doing it. I feel like this the new era, new generation are doing it now.
How do you think? What you think about Boo Tennis?
Oh, he a bad motherfucker. Boo's been a bad motherfucker. Like, I've been talking about Jerron Ennis. Everybody just finally getting to see how good he is, but he been a bad motherfucker. I'm ready for them to step up their competition level for Boo's. I feel like he's ready for top fighters.
Shakur, what do you think about Canelo's move up to cruiserweight? How do you think that plays out?
Man, I ain't answering that question. Hey, man,
Which one, about Boots and Bud or about Canelo?
Nah, I love Bud. Bud a bad motherfucker. I love my brother Boots too. All respect to both of them.
Now you talk about chasing Valdez since you've been at 126 pounds. What is his reluctance to fighting you after you've been at 126? Bud the best fighter in boxing too. Make sure y'all see.
Over Canelo?
Yeah.
Bud the best fighter in boxing. If Canelo is at his weight, I'm telling y'all now, Bud will beat Canelo.
What do you think?
Now you were chasing Valdez at 126 and 130.
Terence Crawford, what's the biggest skill?
Canelo is real nice. Like, Canelo a real good fighter. I just feel like it's stylistically, like, if he was in the ring with Bud, I think Bud outboxed him. The best chance he'll have is a puncher's chance to try to knock Bud out, but other than that, I feel like Bud is the better fighter to me.
Cool. We know that you really want to fight Oscar Valdez, but do you feel that defending Lomachenko is more difficult?
Then who?
Oscar Valdez. We know that's like your number one fight, but do you feel like defending is more
That's what I don't get. Like, we seen Lomachenko lose twice, right?
Yeah, but you still want to chop that
Man,
fight.
did we see Lomachenko lose twice or not?
Yes.
Did we? How? He beat a lot of great fighters, but did we see him lose twice? We did, right? How many times we seen Valdez lose?
So you feel like Oscar Valdez?
How many? Answer the question.
Zero.
We never seen him lose before.
Which one's the more difficult fight?
I mean, that's how fans try to spin stuff and they try to turn it into, oh, Lomachenko is better than Oscar Valdez. But as of right now, in boxing, Valdez had a great performance with Brichel. He knocked him out. Valdez have never been beat. And like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with y'all. I think y'all spin stuff and make it look like that, but I don't know. We saw him get in the ring with Teofimo. He looked kind of scared.
Shakur, I gotta ask. I mean, it's been years now. So for the Valdez name to keep coming up, would you say it's almost like you over it because you was his mandatory? They vacate, move up, and then now for a unification possibility, they want to fight a 22-pounder, truly, in Navarrete. I know he's at 26.
22.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying he was just at 22, 2-3 fights ago. Is it almost like you over it?
Tell me when you're going to be out. Get you out of here.
Now, at the end of the day, you gotta realize who could be over making millions of dollars. Why would I be over a fight with Valdez when we can make so much money in a big fight? It's a big money fight on the best versus the best. Valdez never lost. I never lost. I'm reaching the prime of my career. He's in the prime of his career. I'm not over it. I don't know about y'all. I'm not over it.
What about you and Gary Russell Jr.?
I definitely would fight Gary Russell. Gary Russell's still at 26.
He said he'll come out.
Man, he fight once a year. We don't never know when he gonna fight. Like,
Chris
I
Cobra,
respect Gary though.
Chris Cobra called you out. I saw y'all going back and
He ain't called me out. Chris Cobra said out his mouth that we gonna fight later on down the line. He's not talking about fighting me right now, but we in the same weight class right now. And why not fight me right now?
You want to fight?
I do. But I'm saying, why not fight me right now? Why talk about fighting me later on down the line? What y'all think? Come on now. Use y'all brain.
He was fighting in New York. You and Chris.
No, we fighting in Jersey. We not fighting New York. I'm the
A-side
drug.
shit.
Yeah, who is Chris Cobra?
No, I hear you, but I mean,
this is first time about to fight for a
You
long
can put more
time.
people in the seats at the Garden than you can in Newark.
We fighting in Jersey. He comes to Jersey.
Shakur, what are your thoughts on that? Shakur, what are your thoughts on Canelo moving up to cruiserweight, man?
Canelo, bad motherfucker. Canelo is the second best fighter in boxing to me.
Is he gonna put hands on McAboo?
I've never seen that dude fight. I don't even know that dude.
That's not a good sign.
Is there a person you want to see Canelo fight? Who is the biggest threat to Canelo right
I
now?
want to see him fight Benavidez. Benavidez, I seen Benavidez. Benavidez is a bad motherfucker.
with the praise you gave Canelo and Crawford, and Errol being the big fight for Crawford still, where do you think Errol ranks amongst them, and how do you think Errol measures up against Crawford after tonight?
I think Earl is definitely top 3-4 pound for pound. Earl a bad motherfucker too. I ain't taking nothing away from Earl. Earl had that car accident, so it stopped his fight with Pacquiao, and I can't wait to see him and Bud fight. I'm a fan, and I would love to be right there watching that fight and take my notes.
What you think about Shawn Porter retiring tonight?
That's a decision him and his dad made. I think it's
He said dad didn't even know.
He said you never talked.
Oh, he never talked to his dad? Okay, so yeah, I guess that's the decision he made. I mean, he the fighter. He feel when he feel like enough is enough. I'm a fighter too, and I know that if I stop loving the sport or I start having love for the sport, I stop doing it too. It's pointless doing it if you don't love it.
And just talk about why
Talk about your
Benavidez.
grandfather being recognized by the New Jersey Hall of Fame.
That's the best coach in boxing. My grandfather at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say all this shit. Nobody really fight. I see it whenever they send paperwork. Bob Aaron contact me and ask me if you want to fight this person. I'm gonna say it. I see it.
It just backs up in it. Get a chance to talk to Kanye West and really brought the stars out in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was kind of brief. It was kind of brief. He came to my locker room and he had wished me luck. It was brief. You know, I was locked in, so I ain't really pay too much mind to it. Get some knowledge from him.
Did Michael B. Jordan say anything to you?
Michael B. Jordan always got to DM me all the time. I had his number before. I see Jordan from the same thing, so he's a big fan. I'm got pretty sure.
I got to ask you this question. Andre Ward, everybody speculated that he could possibly come back and fight Canelo Alvarez. What do you think about that fight?
I think that's the only fight that at that weight class. Well, not Calvin didn't get that out. He's a real good fighter.
You think Ward needed to up there?
Yeah, but I don't think Dre actually come back. I don't know about that. I don't know how to.
Why do you think he would have beat him though? Let's say we had the Dre for that fought Kovalev.
I think that the boxing I killed. I feel like even watching Caleb playing, seen a lot of holes in Canelo in the defense and looking like he's just looking for the big shot. And I feel like Caleb was making the kind of mistakes. And I feel like Dre got great reflexes. He got some that I got. He got some that Floyd got. He got reflexes that keep us away from them big shots. I feel like Dre got that.
And why do you think Benavidez, along with Dre, is the toughest fighter?
I watched his fight. I said, "Oh my God!" I mean, he don't got no respect for nobody. That's what you got. That's what I see when I see Benavidez. Look like he don't got no respect for no fighter. He's not going in there filling you out. He's going in there to dominate. He's going in there to beat you up. I respect Benavidez.
And last one for me, man, just Haney Diaz, can I please get you breakdown?
Nah, you ain't getting no breakdown for me. I love both no fighters.
Oh, okay.
I got love and respect for JoJo. I got love and respect for Devin. And I'm just watching as a fan.
Anything you expect, not picking where, but anything you expect to play out in the fight, this and that?
I think they both going to come out sharp. I think they both got fast hands and want to try to come out sharp. That means a little bit faster. JoJo got quick hands too.
And Devin's bigger too, tough, coming up from 26.
Yeah, but it's a southpaw too, so he's a southpaw. Anything can happen. It's going to be a good fight.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Spence though is the guy that people talk about, but what do you feel about Josh? He's the guy that actually, gets over the top.
I mean, he got really good. I've seen him before. Nobody can do it.
No, but I'm talking about just tougher Slightly dumb question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. Crawford just went up there and gave you all the credit in the world. Said they're going to be the #1 pound fighter. The next thing you do, stuff like that. Do you feel, obviously, you're going to be really happy with that, but do you feel like any pressure like that might not go next week?
I think pressure made me show up. I feel like I put pressure on myself. I go talking shit to somebody like Janelle, who's not really a shit talker, a humble guy. I had a whole world watching me to see if I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. They want to see me do it. I put pressure on myself to bring the best out of myself. Pressure on me. I appreciate what they're saying. As long as I go there, I put the work. I'm going to show I don't know. I would say it's out of Devin and Tank. That's what I would say. I think Devin and Tank, just mentally, like, they got skills. They got two fighters with real good skills. I think that I'm a great fighter with real good skills. I think that I'll say out of them two, but definitely, me and Tank is one of the biggest fighters. I respect Tank. Tank was born to box. I was born to box. Fights like that don't come around often, so I think that would be an amazing fight.
That's cool. You and T-Bud, when you're fighting in the ring and he's outside the ring, y'all make this eye contact, y'all smile at each other. Is that something that y'all always do with each other?
That's crazy you caught that. My last fight, after like the second round, I looked at him and I looked at Bud, I'm like, letting him know, like, yeah, it's about to get bad for him.
And I seen Bud do that to you
yeah,
today.
Bud he kept looking at it. I was telling him, like, go to his body. He just kept looking at me and listening.
Yes, man.
I think it's brotherly love. I feel like we got a relationship that's bigger than boxing. It's not just boxing. I care so much about Bud. I mean, I get nervous before he fight.
So you're about to be a father, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Bud has 6 kids, so that's a great way to see a man that has 6 kids in front of you as a champion. Take care of his kids is good in the future.
Raising them to be great champions. Especially, I'm going to get a lot of advice from Bud. I'm going to get a lot of advice from Andre Ward. Them two dudes just happened to be in my life. They be a great fighter. They be a great person too.
And I gotta commend you too, me being from Queensbridge, you being from Newark. I really love the way that you move. You're not a social media whore. You walk around, there's a lot of kids that's from Newark and stuff. I look up to you, man, so I really appreciate what you're doing. Keep your head up straight and keep going, because you're the best fighter right now for me. Boxing is in your hands.
I appreciate you. The word in my hands, I just got to keep doing what I've been doing.
All right,
I agree with what he said. I don't think this is what they're doing. I think we just want to watch fights like Pacquiao. It was a tough fight. No matter how many people say he got robbed, it was a tough fight. So I think that just being them caliber fighters and Victor Rose School and all these fighters that he beat that everybody tries to see, I think that it shows tonight that them fighters wasn't as bad as everybody tries to make
A lot of us was talking after your performance. We like, hey, Shakur is headed for pay-per-view. How soon would you like to see you on pay-per-view? I think. I think so myself.
I'm gonna tell you like this: a lot of people try to make try to get over me. They do whatever they can to do that. I'm a superstar. Any room I walk in is like I always the person that stand out. I stand out in any room I walk in. That's the same thing about it.
Okay, yeah, you said you talking about the so Stevenson be making his accolades.
And I told him several times for me in trees, man.
What's up with that, Jimmy?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna get him on the phone and I'm gonna talk the shit to him.
You still play 2K? You took that money from my boy Javi. Man.
I don't play 2K. I need to get back to it.
You play Call of Duty now, right?
I'll get you upstairs.
Did you get Karen Bud in the Warzone game?
Yeah, I carry him, but he be having like some players that be super nice. I get more kills than him, but some of his big friends like
I was just talking about Shawn. It's a race to who gets Lomachenko. He said he wants Lomachenko. You want Lomachenko?
I don't think there's no race that dude.
He said that actually he thinks he'll get it. He just
Yeah,
he was going. Yeah, no, of course.
He just gets with the game. I think that people move be showing fast. I feel like she's great with big fights, big names at 135. I think Shawn can handle his own little fight. Shawn got 13.
I remember just when I talked to you before you were champion, we were always talking about Keyshawn. Now, you know, I'm champion. What makes Keyshawn so different from a lot of other people? Kind of, I guess, you're the guru in this sense.
No, I'm a real person. I always say the truth. What makes him different from me is I've been in the ring with everybody else. When I've been in the ring with Keyshawn, he is very good. So I gotta keep it 100 with you. I feel like that would make it different for me. Not sparring, not getting in the ring and somebody else is really high skill. It shows me a lot how good he is. He always, he's real competitive. One thing I like about him that I said about him is he's real not respectful. You don't respect nobody. He's a real disrespectful. respect the fighter. That's gonna take me longer.
And my last question, I just talked to Bob. Bob's probably throwing different names with you. He's mentioned, Lomachenko. Is that, a fight or obviously you're for anything,
Yeah, at the end of the day, we gotta weigh our options out. Like I said, I'm down for whatever, but I gotta talk to my team, see what they think. It's not just about me at the end of the day. I'm down for whatever, but I realize Teofimo was at 135, and I'm pretty sure Lomachenko will be willing to come to 130 and fight me.
you got the belt.
Just never know what happened at the end of the day. We just gonna weigh our options out. I feel like I'm ready for it. I feel like I'm one of the best fighters in the sport of boxing. And I feel like I'm the future. So I don't think, like me personally, I don't think nobody can. I don't watch Teofimo Lomachenko 1,000 times. I don't think neither one of them can do it.
Perfect. Well, you got to get back on 2K, man. So I appreciate it. Thanks, champ.
That beats. Even though he was gone already. Good stuff. Good stuff. Video's coming up now. I actually talked to Bomac. It's on here. Let's make maybe like 30 minutes back, but Womack was talking about him crying in the locker room. It's pretty cool. Womack was talking to me about how he was crying, and he's acting it out for me. This shit was hilarious. You guys gotta watch that video. Folks back there laughing. Oh. Yo, the Womack video is fucking hilarious. You guys gotta watch that shit. That shit's too funny. Oh, Womack's. Oh man, you guys are gonna like this. That's good stuff. Actually, I'm gonna call it. Oh man, that's funny. You guys gotta watch that. Oh, that's too funny. That's good stuff. Get back there. Appreciate you guys watching. Good stuff, brother. Oh, that's too funny. A what? Oh, yeah, yeah. That's okay. That's killing me.
What was I thinking?
To like unravel out of his like, oh shit.
Wait.
Yo, you guys gotta watch the Womack video. This shit's fucking fun as fuck. Oh yeah. What's going on, man? How's everything?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, brother. How's everything?
Man, I'm gonna have to get your info, man. I'm gonna have to bring you out to the Bay, man. Show you how we do it up in the Bay,
For
man.
sure, hell yeah. Let me know. You follow me on the gram?
Huh?
You follow me on the gram?
Write everything down, man. I'll put it down. Man, it's good to be back, man. Good to see y'all, man. Shit.
It's been a while, huh?
Yeah,
Probably pre-pandemic since the last time I saw you.
Yeah, this shit.
Yeah, all my shit's on there, bro, so just hit me up. Alright, do your thing.
Shawn.
Please tell me you're not.
I just put it right now just while you're doing your photo shoot.
Yeah, I like the last one.
I'm not gonna lie, I had so
Can you try it one more time? I'm trying to, like, I don't know if it's like a focus thing or what.
You ain't have to give me a water, bro.
You want one? I go back to
Noxious left, huh?
You want to talk there, Danny? Bro, take the picture like if you got a steak salad yesterday, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
You do sound like that. You do that.
I should just add it to her. I mean, you like communicate with aliens and shit. That's some pretty hippie shit.
She's a friend you want to have when the invasion happens.
That's some real talk. Y'all be playing and acting like I'm crazy until the time comes. You're gonna be calling me like, yo, what's happening?
Like, oh, yo, is the foil cap enough?
Yo.
Are you wearing a Fashion Nova fitted?
Yeah. I'm a Fashion
You sponsored
Nova.
or what?
Yeah, Fashion
Wow. Fashion Nova partner?
Yeah, behind.
Damn. I should get that on the fucking live.
You on live now? Huh?
Huh?
Are you on live now?
I'm facing me, not you.
Oh, fuck, bitch. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Bro, earn your steak salad, bro. Bro, take the picture like if you got a steak salad yesterday, bro. How are you gonna stand on a chair but get the same angle?
That's why it comes out fuzzy, because you move.
Yo, an iPhone 9.
I do not.
You don't because the 9 never came out.
Hold on.
Well, I'm trying to upload.
All right, you can go. You're off the hook. Go do some work.
Danny, I heard that story. You've only got a month or so left.
Oh, God. I love this. Man, this internet is solid, by the way. Man, that was good stuff. What else? What else do I have here?
You're our last one. Let's go, baby. With the great Jeff, baby. Oh, no. Actually, cut your in the house, baby. Yeah, there you go. He tried to change the narrative. That's what we do in the meeting. We try to change the narrative. He's not drinking anymore.
Okay. Okay. Now.
Dude, where's my car? That's it. That was my favorite role. Young Shawn Scott. I was young in my car.
What is the Butterfield?
No.
That's what I thought it was too.
That was the one time I tried to actually act and failed miserably. So I went back to just have fun. You're on my. What's my life? Your wife. Mila. Great. Better than there's been a lot. Oh, Demi Moore. Demi Moore. There you go. Anyway, what
upcoming fight,
potentially.
Get to the upcoming fight.
This is a hard fight to assess because, Spence with all his injuries and everything that's been going on, it looks like he's not quite the same fighter he was that knocked out Mikey Garcia. And then Terence Crawford at 34, everyone's talking about he got knocked out tonight. But to my eye, his legs aren't what they were when he fought Victor Postal and Jeff Thorpe. Maybe there is that. So I still think Terence is one of the top 5 pound fighters easy in the world. But I think this version of Crawford would have lost to the Kell Brook, Mikey Garcia version of Spence. But I'm not sure that guy's still with us. So it's a tough fight to assess because I think both these guys are maybe at this point a half step beyond their peak. Still in their prime, but not quite what they were at their very peak. With that being said, with Spence, I saw a fight. Danny Garcia against this Crawford. I'll give it to Crawford. A little more versatile, a little more crafty, got a little more in his bag. But he have to come from behind in that fight. His arrow is busy, and he's going to take those early rounds, no problem, because he starts from round 1 behind that jab. Busy. I'm interested to see how both fighters deal with the because I
think Crawford, he loves that angle of southpaw against on these guys. So let's see how he deals when that switch to southpaw isn't just a magic switch. Okay, I'm a southpaw too. So we'll see.
Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. I'm gonna log off. I'm tired, but all the videos are up. Bowmax probably my favorite one of the night. So appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys at the next one whenever. I'm covering basically everything up to the end of the year. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, super chat your boy. It helps the channel run, helps me. Appreciate that. Helps me go to this stuff because this stuff isn't cheap. So thank you guys. See you guys at the next one.